All right, guys, it's on the scales. And keep in mind, this is full tank of gas, race ready. But, you know, when we're actually racing it, to help with bias and weight, we're probably going to be running closer to quarter to half a tank of gas. So, this is what it is.
I know you're going to dig this.
There we go! Welcome back to Drag Racing, and today we got some Ford Fiesta ST content. So this summer, we're planning on drag racing this car a whole bunch. We're going to have some actual drag slicks on order here soon, so we can actually make a decent 60 foot. And so right now I'm transforming this car from street driven to track driven car by taking out the unnecessary weight that I'm not going to be using going on the track. And we're going to scale the car and do some chassis R&D, I guess you could say.
Yep, just going to do a little bit of checking on weights and see where, so we can plan ahead.
Yeah.
So, what did this car run last summer?
13.5 at 107 with like a 260 foot on these summer only tires, but there's a lot more in it.
A lot more in
sure.
it. So, yeah, 13.5 at 107, that's moving.
Yeah, easily with some grip 12s.
Yes,
So.
and that's our goal. So, let's get this thing, get the seat out, and let's get the scales out.
All right. Now, one of the things that really makes this a good track car or drag car is just how stiff and race ready this chassis is. So as I start to lift it.
No mods on this chassis.
No, bone stock suspension.
Lifting it from the front.
The very front, even.
And the back comes off the ground. There is no twist in this chassis.
Yep.
You don't see that in other cars.
A lot of other front-wheel drive cars that you see, people starting to modify everything. You got to spend a lot of time and money just to get the chassis to this point. This is a well set up chassis for this.
Factory stock, yeah. All right, let's get it on the scales.
All right, so before we get started, we're going to see how much weight you can actually take out of one of these through the back seat, spare tire, jack, all that stuff. So I'm going to put this little floor covering and then kind of stack everything on top of the two fronts to see how much weight we can actually take out of it before we start.
Okay, we're zeroed out. Go ahead and start stacking.
All right, that is everything. And
keep in mind, you have a lightweight aluminum compact spare
it's
too.
It's a lot lighter than stock. We're looking at 83 pounds we took out of there. 84 pounds.
That's
pretty significant.
Pretty significant.
Considering we're running right now probably around 280 wheel. So that's
a lot of power sitting right there. All right, let's get the car on the scale now.
All right, guys, it's on the scales. And keep in mind, this is full tank of gas, race ready. But, when we're actually racing it, to help with bias and weight, we're probably going to be running closer to quarter to half a tank of gas. So, this is what it is, full tank of gas.
2605, 36%, 36.6 rear. But our front bias,
it's pretty well matched, but let's see what it is.
Pretty even right now. We'll put a driver in there and let's see what we get. Okay, with Ricky in the car, excuse the glare, about less than 40 pounds off, 2765. Looks like we need a little bit more weight to the passenger front, so a little bit on the spring. To get weight on the passenger front, you got to go on the driver's rear.
Yeah. Okay,
so we're going to make a minor change and see where we end up.
All right, so we put a wedge of wood in, kind of simulate like a rubber wedge.
Spring rubber or adjustable rear, yeah.
And I had to knock it a little bit, so let's see what our bias is now.
Looks like we're 13 pounds difference. So we definitely went in the right direction. So
right.
It won't take much more rear adjustment. So the plan is probably adjustable spring perches in the back, like a coilover.
Right.
And leave the front alone.
But like I said, kind of on budget right now, so it might just be
a spring rubber on this side.
Which is all you need. Really?
Yeah, so we're going to do this on the cheap. We just use a block of wood strictly to test. We'll take it out when we're done.
Right.
Proof of concept. Looks like we can get an even bias on the front tires
Yeah, it's doable.
for your best launch.
Yes.
All right.
And with that, guys, that wraps up this video. And once again, this is kind of just a proof of concept where, we can get a lot more into this. But knowing what we know, we want even weights in the front. That's
what we believe, and it looks like it's easily achievable. The scales are really coming in handy.
Right. So hopefully you guys enjoy this video. Subscribe if you haven't already. Like it. Also, being around Christmas time, if you want to get your family some Dre Racing shirts, I'll have a link down in the description if you want to get some of those. And we'll see you guys in the next one.